We just got these new 6.6 leaks that might be some of the biggest we've seen in a long time. We're talking full Sumeru story continuation, a Dottore weekly boss, Nahida going all out, brand new artifact sets that could shift the meta, and even quality of life changes players have been asking for forever. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's break it all down step by step. Before we get into the rest of the video, a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Enjoygm, and this is actually useful if you play games like Genshin or other gacha titles. If you've ever wanted a safer and cheaper way to top up, Enjoygm makes it super simple. All you need is your UID and server, no password, no account login, nothing risky. You just select your game, enter your UID, choose the top-up amount, and it's done almost instantly. It's fast, simple, and secure. Now here's where it gets interesting. If you're a new user, you get an 8% site-wide coupon just for signing up. On top of that, your first purchase gets an extra 8 to 15% discount. And after that first purchase, you unlock member pricing, which makes future top-ups even cheaper. So the best way to save is use the first purchase discount first, unlock member pricing, and then apply the 8% coupon after. That's how you maximize your savings. Enjoygm is also PCI-DSS certified, so transactions are secure, and they've got tons of positive reviews on Trustpilot. Plus, they offer 24/7 real human customer support, so if anything goes wrong, you're covered. And if you want extra perks or updates, you can join their Discord through the link in the description. Version 6.6 is taking us back to Sumeru, and this isn't a small side story. Leaks suggest this will include multiple acts plus an epilogue, meaning it's going to be one of the longer story patches we've had in a while. The first act seems to focus more on emotional build-up, reunions, flashbacks, and setting the stage. Characters like Sino, Al-Haytham, and even Wanderer are expected to play important roles here, with plenty of dialogue and interactions. But Act 2 is where things escalate fast. The core conflict revolves around Dottore and something described as memory corruption spreading through the ley lines, possibly linked to forbidden knowledge or even the abyss. Nahida is at the center of all this, and from the dialogue count alone, it's clear she's going to carry a huge emotional weight in the story. She's not just observing anymore, she's actively involved, protective, and possibly pushed to her limits. Now Dottore himself is where things get really interesting. The leaks separate his dialogue into different versions, which strongly hints at his segment or clone mechanics being part of the story. On top of that, Wanderer is rumored to have a major role, possibly tied to revenge or unfinished business, and even a special interaction or combat synergy with the Traveler. And this all leads into the new weekly boss, Dottore. This fight is already being described as one of the most visually intense bosses so far. The design hints at a corrupted, experimental form with dark energy themes, possibly combining machinery and forbidden knowledge. Whether it involves multiple phases or switching forms using his segments is still unclear, but one thing is certain, this is not going to be a simple boss fight. Moving on from story to quality of life changes, there's actually something really useful coming. Long Archon quests will now include save checkpoints. That means if you're in the middle of a long story segment, the game will clearly notify you when progress is saved, so you don't have to sit through hours in one go. It's a small change, but honestly, it's something players have wanted for a long time. Now let's talk about the meta changes, because this patch is not just about story, it's also setting up future gameplay. 2 new artifact sets are coming, and both look extremely important. The first one is clearly designed for Nicole and the Hex and Circle style mechanics. The 2-piece gives energy recharge, which already helps with consistency, but the 4-piece effect is where it gets crazy. It provides a team-wide elemental damage bonus that scales depending on how many similar type characters you're running. This basically turns Nicole into a massive support unit who not only shields, but also boosts your entire team's damage output. If this stays unchanged, it's going to be her best in-slot set by far. The second artifact set focuses on Superconduct. It boosts attack, increases Superconduct reaction damage significantly, and even provides extra crit rate against affected enemies. What's interesting is that this feels like it's preparing for a future character, most likely Sandrone in 6.7. But it also indirectly buffs existing physical and cryo teams right now. So even if you're not planning ahead, this set still has immediate value. Now looking at Spiral Abyss, the buffs seem very intentional this time. One side heavily rewards shielded characters with a massive damage bonus, which lines up perfectly with Nicole's kit. So if you're planning to build her, this Abyss cycle is basically encouraging it. The second half seems tailored toward pyro-based or energy drain mechanics, possibly favoring characters like Mavuka and Melt-style teams. Overall, this Abyss looks like it's pushing very specific team comps instead of being neutral. The Imaginarium Theater rotation is also changing, focusing on Cryo, Pyro, and Geo characters. The starting lineup includes characters like Ayaka, Xiangling, and Albedo, which creates some interesting team-building constraints. There's also a new featured 4-star, Prune, who will be available as a special guest. This is actually pretty convenient, because if you're pulling in 6.6, you'll likely get copies of her and can immediately use her in theater. On top of that, the boss lineup for theater includes Perpetual Mechanical Array and Maga Kinky, which most players are already familiar with. So while the element restrictions might be slightly annoying, the actual difficulty should feel manageable compared to some previous rotations. For those who care about visuals and customization, photo mode is getting new poses again. Characters like Mavuka and others are receiving unique animations, ranging from dynamic and flashy to more elegant or playful styles. These can be unlocked through theater progression and exchanged using event currency, and once unlocked, they're permanent additions to your account. There are also new cosmetic-style additions like special echo effects for certain characters, including Wanderer. Combined with his involvement in the Archon Quest, this patch is shaping up to be really big for Wanderer fans. Now let's talk about rewards. Based on current estimates, version 6.6 is expected to give around 8,500 Primo Gems for free-to-play players, which is roughly 60 pulls. That's slightly lower than some previous patches, mainly because there's no new exploration area this time. But considering the amount of content and meta impact, it still feels like a solid patch overall. Finally, there are some early rumors about potential buffs for older Mondstadt characters like Jean, Lisa, and Amber. This is not confirmed and should definitely be taken with caution, but it's being discussed because of some patterns seen in past updates. If it turns out to be real, it could be a really nice bonus for longtime players. So overall, version 6.6 is shaping up to be a very packed update. You've got a major story continuation with high stakes, a long-awaited Dottore boss fight, meaningful gameplay changes through artifacts and Abyss buffs, and even quality-of-life improvements that make the experience smoother. Of course, keep in mind, everything here is based on leaks, and things can still change before the official release. The livestream should confirm most of these details soon, so